Yeah, so what many of you guys won't know is that I own a semi-professional football club called Hackney Wick FC. So how did I become to own a football team? Coming out of jail, not really that much money. How does one go about acquiring and having their own football club? So I played semi-professional before I went to jail, and football was my passion, my life. I loved it. Even when I was in jail, couldn't help but play football. So when I got out of jail, I was 28 years old. Career done. Like, what can you do? I went to go and try back at my old club, Green for Casuals. But it's a trick. They're based all the way out in Surrey. And I was living in Hackney. I was like, let me try and look for a local team to play for. And there was no teams that played at a high level in the borough of Hackney. I was myself, that's mad. How can there be no team in the borough of Hackney? But while I was in jail, there was bare talented footballers. Like, I'm talking about better than me. I always go like I'm the baddest footballer, but there's people that's better than me, like harder. Like, well, you might don't play, you didn't play outside. They're like, nah. I'm like, what about even semi-pro? They're like, what's semi-pro? So people didn't even know what semi-professional football was. They didn't even know. So then I got out of jail and I was like, all right, the Borough of Hackney doesn't have its own team. And what I realized as well, football is kind of a behavioural tool. Because in jail, when you want to get put down for the football, like some jails, like if you're badly behaved, you can't put down for the football. So people behave themselves because they want to get picked for football. So I saw it as a behavioural tool. So when I come out on the road, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and start my own football team. What's the thing? I always got, on the anniversary of our football club, which is the 2nd of April every year, I always repost the same thing. I come out of jail and I said, I went on Facebook and said, guys, yeah, I want to start a football team. I want it to be called Hackney Wick FC. I want directors. I want board members. I want sponsors. People ignored it. And of course they ignored it. They'll be like, this brother just come out of jail telling people to start a football club. Who is he? But I'm saying this as a learning point, right? As many of you guys are in prison right now, you'll come out and no one will fuck with your idea. You'll be so excited about saying, yeah, when I come out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'll tell you what, when I first come out, I was excited about my book. Because everyone's reading my book, you're going to become a big-time author. But it didn't really go through that channel. But you have them obstacles where, you know the doubters, you know there's haters. Like, even you see some of them even in the comment sections here, like where they feel they just have to make a comment. Just don't bypass them. They make no difference to your life. They don't pay your bills. Remember, they don't pay your bills. They don't feed you. So just keep doing you, right? So anyway, people ignored the whole thing of saying I'll start a football club. But I thought, all right, cool. No one believes in it. My probation officer was like, like she didn't fuck with me at all at the beginning. My probation officer was like, nah, like I was a mapper, so that means like they had to look after me more, or monitor me more, being outside on the road, because they just thought that was. Yeah, they just thought, because everything that's going on from before, so they just thought, oh no, you know what, we have to keep an eye on this guy. But so I had to convince her that, no, I'm on a straight and narrow. So told people I'm gonna start a football club, people ignored it. I thought, no, it ain't gonna deter me. A couple of people, big them up as well, and they still play for the football team to this day. One of them, I'll get to it anyway, but Tunde and Simon, they got in touch via Facebook. Them times I wasn't even using Instagram. They got in touch via Facebook. Like, yo, I heard you starting a football team. We would like to join. I'm like, yeah, but this is how I made a difference, right? Anyone can just start a football club. You can go out today and start a football club. But who's going to care about your football club? No one, right? You need to make people care about your football club. So I said, you know what? Anyone that plays for my football team, yeah, you have to volunteer. So they all had to volunteer 1 hour a month or 2 hours a month to local causes. Okay, why would anyone want to play for my football team? You just come out of jail. Why don't you play for a football team? Because a lot of semi-professional football clubs don't give people opportunities. And we wasn't a semi-professional team. I was just an amateur club. But I made people say, look, know what? Look, I've got a dream. I've got a passion. I want to make this a semi-professional football club. If you believe in this vision, join the bandwagon. So quite a few people joined. And we started a women's team as well, because it's all about also empowering women. So we've done free coaching for women every Wednesdays in Victoria Park, and that grew and grew. And then the word got around, right? What's this team? My mama just come out of jail. He's got a team. He's got women. He's got men, and they're all out there playing football. And what the beauty of the football club was this, right? the men's team was predominantly young black males from the local area, yeah, and the women's team was a lot of the time middle class white women who just moved into newly gentrified Hackney. So these two sort of world of like two different worlds would not normally mix, but through the power of football, they started mixing, and through that, different opportunities came for some of the boys to get jobs and so on. But I was galvanizing all the time. Every time I'm thinking of a new initiative. So I managed to get a local pub, Lawson's pub, a guy called Declan Perkins, a former footballer, told him about my football club. He said, yeah, you know what, I'll sponsor that team. So he got us our first ever jerseys from Nike, and he sponsored the team. So I remember this time we're still just an amateur football club, yeah. So we're just like you and your friends can go and say, okay, we're gonna start a football team. We contact London FA. You just start a football team. You enter a league, whatever. But you're just an amateur team. So same professionals when you're actually playing the FA Cup and you're actually a bona fide what do you call it? Actually a bona fide team with status, right? So it was a long process. So remember, I've come out, ain't really got no money, so how am I gonna get this? Yeah. So this is the difference. Like, whereas before you used to make so much money, and when you come out on the road, you ain't got that. The panic is the shit, fucking bro. Them man are stunting now. Them man. So within yourself, you start wanting to compete with those people. So you need to I have to sort of retrain myself. You know what? I'm not in competition with no one. I've come out. I've got a daughter. At the time when I had one daughter, I got a daughter. She's most of her life is she's spent with me being in prison, so I can't allow for that. At the same time, though, it's that sense of pride as well. I didn't want people to see me like working some mad job like at a Tesco. There's nothing wrong with working Tesco. Like do what you do, but I didn't want it from my past. So you know what I done? Yeah, I got a job. Yeah, in the bagel factory. Yeah, in Hackney Wick. That's how mad it is. And I'll tell you how mad the story is, yeah. Because the story gets even madder. That bagel factory played a big part into me having my team become a semi-professional. But anyway, I got a job in the bagel factory, working nights from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning, basically making bread. And I was thinking to myself, wow, is this what my life's come to? But for me, it was actually giving me discipline. It was actually humbling me. It was actually making me think, you know what, I'm going out and doing earnest living. Yeah. So honest living. Yeah, making an honest living meant a lot to me. Because before that, all I was doing just rolled. So it allowed me to do that. And then all of a sudden, I was hearing, raw, they're closing the bagel factory. So I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, mate. I tried to go legit because I'm using this money to also pay for stuff for the football team because I'm very passionate about this football team. And what we used to do quickly as well, we just go fundraising. So I get everyone to say, you know what, guys, we're gonna go fundraising, and all the guys will come. We'll get 3 or 4 of the guys will go and volunteer in the local cause, and then they'll bring their buckets, raising money. And people go around and give us money as well. And that's how we started raising an initial fund for the football club. But then I also used to work at a bagel factory to actually fund the club and fund myself, basically. This is what, 2015. So I got out of jail February 24th of February 2015. And by March of 2015, I'd established, like a month later, basically, I created this football club. I had a few players and so on. I got them volunteering, and then I was working nights as well. So this was in a month of coming out. So sometimes I tell people, there's no excuse. Part 2, we'll get into how the football team has become how it is and how it's become semi-professional, how Nike have come to sponsor it, how we've been on CNN, BBC and so on, and how the club keeps expanding and all the work we do.